So, recruiting in the SEC and playing in arguably the best conference in all of the country, I don't care what sport it is, but when you're recruiting in the SEC, as you do, helping out recruiting, that whole process, what are you specifically looking for in those hitters that you think would be able to succeed at the SEC level?
Yeah, it's been fun. I saw, hundreds of players this fall out on the road. So, what do I look for? Some of the stuff I look for is how do they carry themselves? What kind of swings do they take? Are they aggressive? Are they apprehensive? Do they have size and bat speed? Do they get hits at the right time? Meaning, are situations too big for some players? No matter how good you are, if that's showing up at 16 years old, it's still going to be there when they're 18, 19, and 20 when stressful environments come. Or do they embrace those moments? Big or small, big people, the strong people, fast people can get away with more, but it doesn't mean that they're better players. It just means that they can miss a little bit more and still get away with it. And then I look at mechanics. I do the same exact thing that I do when I was doing the professional baseball stuff, because the same stuff plays. If I can get players in and recruit players that I don't have to change, that's not going to take months and months and months or a full season to change a mechanical flaw, then that is great for me, because that's going to make it easier on me. It's going to make it easier on the player, putting them in that situation. So for myself, I've been very successful in determining that just from my past experiences in Major League Baseball. So I use that same approach that, hey, I know exactly what I need to do to this player, or I don't have to do anything. Mechanically, it's going to be, maybe timing and rhythm. Maybe it's going to be approach and plan. Maybe it's going to be aggressiveness, or zone awareness, or knowing the game situations, things like that. There's so many factors that go in, but I will tell you, when mechanics are an issue at that age, it's very concerning to me, because it takes a lot longer to fix. Of course, it depends on the mechanical issue.
Well, I was going to ask too, what
Yeah.
mechanical issues, what mechanics are you looking for in a high school player that you feel that player fits into our program, fits into the SEC, or that player has way too much that they have to work on? Myself as a coach, our coaching staff, we don't have that kind of time. We've got all of these players that we have to work with. We have to develop, as you mentioned, player development. So we just can't recruit this person. We can't sign this person. Maybe we can get them in the transfer portal one day when they fix things, go off to another school, almost use that as a feeder type program, right? But again, that's neither here nor there. But what are you looking for mechanically wise in a high school recruit, or even a junior college recruit?
Yeah, it's the same stuff. If you go back and look at every one of our video analysis we've done over the past 3 years, Jim?
Yes, sir.
It's all those key points. It's the first 8 inches of the swing. It's the sequencing of the first 8 inches of the hands and shoulders and the elbows and the forearms. It's that. If there's a issue there, then I can grade it out as, is this going to be really tough, or is it going to be, can we get away with it? Maybe if somebody is an elite athlete with elite vision. So, I have players on our team, and we have 20 hitters, and mechanically speaking, maybe 6 to 7 of them have really good upper body mechanics, and the rest of them are not perfect. Okay, so there's not very many people that are perfect. It means that we've been working on things to clean them up. But when we have those issues, we have to know what pitches we're good at. So players that have certain issues are better high ball hitters. Players that have certain issues are better low ball hitters, and you have to put them in an environment that they'll be able to succeed with. If I had my druthers, everyone would have, that perfect first 8 to 10 inches of the swing, and then we could just make small adjustments to get to different pitches from there. But that's just not the way it is. So yes, we're always working at it, but it has to do with the sequencing of the body and when the elbows, hands, and arms kick in. It's difficult to fix especially when players get older. They have the ability to fix it. Like they can fix it off a tee really easily because they're elite athletes. And then sometimes in front toss, it gets a little bit better. But then as soon as the game speeds up, right, we're not going to, we don't have enough time to get that muscle memory in there. So then we have to know what we're good at and know what pitches we can hit, and then use our brain a little bit more maybe to counteract the pitches we won't be able to get to.